So the United States has been talking about Nigeria lately, talking about the unaliving of Christians in Nigeria, and it is under the heading Christian genocide in Nigeria. The United States government is telling the Nigerian government to step up their game to end the Christian genocide, otherwise, they will take action. So now the Nigerian government and their agents are all over the place trying to play down on the genocide title, saying that there is no such thing as a Christian genocide in Nigeria, that both Christians and Muslims are victims of the mess that has overtaken Nigeria in the name of insecurity. But the question is that really a Christian genocide in Nigeria? Are there traces of a Christian genocide in Nigeria? For those who say there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria, this conversation comes up as a result of taking stock back in time, as in going back in time as far back as the 1980s to the 2000s, where before the coming of Boko Haram in Nigeria, there's what we know as the religious riots. The 1980s and early 2000s experienced lots of religious riots in northern Nigeria. And in all honesty, Christians and Southerners were the targets. Whenever Muslims feel offended, whenever they feel that Allah, Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad has been insulted, they take it on Christians and mostly Igbo traders, Igbo business people in northern Nigeria. Somebody could say something not nice about the Prophet in Denmark, somewhere in one European country, in Australia. Be rest assured that people are going to suffer for it in Nigeria. These were the things that were happening. The ultimate of them all, one of the fiercest and most deadliest, was the Reinhard Bonnke crusade. Reinhard Bonnke, while he was alive, was holding Christian crusades, where the whole purpose and intent was to convert people to Christianity. The Reinhard Bonnke crusades. There was a Reinhard Bonnke crusade that was held more than 30 years ago in Nigeria, and the Northerners did not find that crusade funny. They were like, you're bringing a Christian crusade to an Islamic territory. Like, for real? Bringing a Christian crusade to an Islamic territory. And hell was unleashed on innocent Christians in northern Nigeria, on innocent southern business people in northern Nigeria. Hell was unleashed. There were decapitations, there were all forms of mutilations, burning. Hell was unleashed because the Muslims up in northern Nigeria did not want a Christian crusade to hold. They unleashed mayhem on Christians and southern traders. This has happened repeatedly. They were called religious riots. They were called religious riots. So when you put all these things together, when you put all, because before the coming of Boko Haram, people in the north, they've been attacking Southerners, they've been attacking Christians. In northern Nigeria, we cannot rule that out. When Boko Haram, which is the major terrorist group in Nigeria, started, they were targeting policemen, military men, that solo military men, maybe two or three military men at a duty post. They were targeting military, police, and churches. They were not touching mosques. No. They did that endlessly until they ran out of churches to attack. That was when they started attacking their fellow Muslims. That was when they started attacking. So these are the things Christians put together to say there's a Christian genocide in Nigeria. Apart from that, These attacks have continued in two major places in Nigeria. Hi, Nico. There's a place called Plateau State and another called Benue State. These are Christian territories. For the past 5, 6 years, there's been endless attacks in all of these communities by Islamic jihadist fundamentalists who slaughter people at will and take over their community, take over their homes, everything, and the government doesn't do anything about it. So these things are happening. While in some other territories, the focus is on Muslims, but in places like Plateau and Benue State, they are Christian communities. So with this happening repeatedly, it's the reason Christians are coming out to ask for help, because there is no solution. The government of Nigeria does not have a solution. They don't. All they think about is the next election. All they think about is the win opposition over and the next election. That's all. That's all. The Nigerian government cannot see beyond winning opposition to their side and the next election. It's not possible. They can't imagine a Nigeria where there's safety of lives and property for citizens. They can't even imagine it. You know, able English, pero no Q says to, I don't understand your language. Nicole, I don't understand your language. So that's why Christians are calling on the USA to come and rescue them, because in general, there is no plan on how to stop the terrorism that has taken over Nigeria. And it's spreading. It's spreading to the south. It is spreading to the south, and the government does not have a solution, because all they think about is the next election. The next election. Power. I was the person that, position. That's all they think about. So that's where we are. That's where we are today. And that's why, but right now, what's going on right now cannot be said to be a Christian genocide. Right now, everybody is a victim. At the beginning, the targets were only Christians, but right now, both Muslims and Christians are victims. Helplessly, they are at the mercy of terrorists. It's unthinkable that Nigeria would actually come to a place where we're at the mercy of terrorists. But that's where we are right now. The country is not working, healthcare system not working, transportation not working, electricity, forget it, not working. These things, they work in the news when the government people are talking about them. But in reality, they are not working. And now we have terrorism to deal with. It's hard to digest. It's a reality. Northern Nigeria is a no-go area. And now it's spreading to the south where we are. So is there a Christian genocide going on in Nigeria? If you put it together, at some point, you would say, yes. If you look at the totality of what has happened in Nigeria right now, if you say you want to solve the problem that is going on right now, you cannot narrow it down to Christian genocide. It's a general thing that is going on now. It's affecting both Christians and Muslims. But all the same, I hope and pray that we'll find a solution sooner enough. Sooner enough. Until then, I'll see you guys around. Take care. Bye for now.